Okay, hi guys, I'm Charlotte and I'm going to talk you through how to get a light smoky brown look. So I'm going to take off what I currently have. So I don't ever use makeup wipes. I only ever use moisturiser to take off my makeup. The moisturiser I use is Catrice. You can get it in any pharmacy. It's actually for anybody who is suffering with any kind of skin condition. So my dad uses it for his psoriasis, so I use it for just almost everything. It has absolutely nothing added to it, so it's really, really, really good for your skin. But in saying that, I have really, really dry skin, so it's a very thick moisturiser, so it depends what your skin suits. Sometimes I do my eyebrows first or I do my eyeshadow first. It really depends on the day. I usually use a primer for my eyeshadow, but I've started using my full coverage foundation as my primer for my eyeshadow, and I find it works really well. I cover my eyebrow and my entire eye with my foundation. Once I've covered my entire eye, I get my foundation brush. And I just kind of blend it all in on the top, and then just take any excess kind of off. So it kind of looks like this. I start off with this white. I actually got this from one of the girls' 21st in a free goodie bag, so I think it's Rimmel. It just says eyeshadow 265 on the back. So it doesn't need to be really in any way perfect. Just get the base on. I then use a smaller brush and I just kind of coat the underneath my eyebrows, and then just in here on your inner eye. Another thing, this is a MAC kind of pigment. I dropped it, so that's why it's in this little container, and I actually don't know the name of it, but it's a light kind of goldy pigment. It's amazing. It's even really good if you just put this on in your early morning routine. Just put this on, no eyeliner or anything, just a little bit of mascara, and it like makes your eyebrows, it makes your eyes look really big. It's really, really good. So anyway, I coat my my eye in the pigment. So as you can see, it's kind of slowly dropping onto my cheekbone here. So that's the reason why I don't like to not use a foundation, because first, because it just goes onto my foundation that I've just applied, and I just find your foundation never looks properly finished. It's just a light coat on your eye. I tend to go back to the white and fill my eye again, just above here, like this one. So just, I then move on to using this brush. This is a MAC 275. This is like my best friend. I use it for everything. This is brown and down. It's like an in-between light and dark brown. So I just get it in my socket of my eye, and I just kind of just go back and forth, back and forth. The best thing when you're doing your eyeshadow, it's not actually about putting more and more and more on. It's about blending, blending, blending. So I kind of tend to use a bit of a windscreen wiper effect. So just go back and forth, and then I like kind of do little circles on the side of my eye. So this kind of creates a bit of a, kind of makes the eye look a little bit more shadowed, the brown and down, when I use it. So I cover my entire eye in brown and down, the socket of my eye. And sometimes you tend to get a little bit of brown here on the inside, and that kind of closes up your eye. As you can see, it's a little bit lighter on this side than this side. So I get the white again and I just put it on the inside here. And then I got the brush again and I do some more blending. So you can literally spend as long as you want going back and forth with this, reblending. And then when I've done that, I go on to, this is called Embark. It's a really, really dark don't worry, I'll put all the names of the products in the bottom part of this video anyway. I put this on with my, kind of looks like a pencil. So I just dab this on, particularly on the outside. And just bring it down here as well. So really on the edge of my eye, I put a lot of it on. And I go back and I blend it in. So it should look something like this. And then I get to my eyebrows. So I'm very passionate about my eyebrows. I do them quite heavy, as you can tell. There's a huge difference. So I actually use a Catrice. This is, you can get in any pharmacy. They're like $2.50. They're really, really cheap. But I use them so often, and I really, really like them being extra slim. So that's why if they lose any shape, I always just get a new one. But what I do is I always dip it in water and like push it together so it gets like extra fine. I don't know if you can see it there, but when you dip it in water, it gets extra fine. And if you add it, I always use cork for my eyebrows. If you add it to water, it gives it that little bit more, you have a little bit more control over how it goes onto your eyebrow. So when I do my eyebrows, I always start from the center, and I always start from the bottom. I follow my eyebrow out, and I do it in a straight line almost. So I've gone like just straight up. Everybody has a different routine for the way they do their eyebrows. So if you don't do it this way, your way isn't wrong, or my way could be wrong. It's just the way I do it. So I go straight out, and then I just kind of fill that in. Also, before I do my eyebrows, I didn't do it today because they were already kind of in place. I always use a brush to brush them into place. You can use anything. You can even use, I've got braces, so this is to clean my braces, but you can use anything. I've got thousands of these, so I use these. Or you can use toothbrushes, anything you want, and you literally just brush your eyebrows up. It gives them more of a shape and easier to work with, so just to let you guys know. So once I've filled it out straight, I kind of just keep filling in a little bit. I use the cork on this part of my eyebrow, and so I just fill that up a little bit. So I have a little bit of a chunk here, and then my eyebrow goes straight and just stops here. So what I use is I use my brown down, which I also use on my eyes there, and this is a little bit darker than the cork, and I always use that on the edges of my eyebrows because there's less hair on the edges of my eyebrows. So I use water again to get it the extra thin, and then I literally just, from where the straight line ended, I just follow and then go down. So just, that's literally all I do. That's how I do my eyebrows. And then what I do is I tend to like just kind of, with what's left over on the brown and down, I kind of fill down here and just kind of cover all over. So that's my eyebrows done. Liquid eyeliner. Again, Catrice. I use Catrice. You can get it in any pharmacy, anywhere. It's a really, really cheap brand. You can also get it in pennies. Yeah, so when I do my liquid eyeliner, I always start from the outside. So I look at where my eye ends and I just do a straight line. Into like the center of my where like my eye joins at the end, and then I start from once I've done that, then I start from the inside. of work my way out. I just do a straight line out. I also don't like when my liquid eyeliner is there's too much liquid eyeliner on it, so I always have two. I always have two liquid eyeliners at all times. So like I have two here, and this one's really, really dry and this one's full. So that I just keep the brush that I use in the empty one, and then I just dip it into the light one, so I don't have too much on my brush at one time. You get the dotty in the center. What I tend to do is I like doing my liquid eyeliner with my eye kind of open, because when it's closed, your eye gets into like a completely different shape and your eyelid crunches up and gets all wrinkly. So I always do my eyeliner with my eye open. So if you just like rest your hand against your lid, you get a way easier approach to kind of filling in your eye. So it should look like this. So as you can see, there's like little bits of colour under my eye, so that's why I don't put any foundation on beforehand. So then I'd moisturize always after I've finished my eyes. I always moisturize my face. Take any excess that's underneath away, and then what I do is I get my full coverage. So I wear NC30 full coverage. I really, really like a light foundation. Even if I'm going on a night out, I tend to use a light foundation, and then I make my face darker with my with bronzer. But today I'm not wearing any fake tan, so I'm just wearing my NC foundation, so it's fine. So I just put it mainly on my cheeks. I don't tend to use that much, so I cover my face in my cheeks mainly in NC30 full coverage. And then when I've done that, if I have only used a tiny little bit on my face, I do tend to use a little bit of my liquid foundation onto my face to give it a little bit less of like a cream finish. I can sometimes mix in my my liquid foundation just to give it a little bit more of a shine to my face. So once I finish doing my foundation, I go back to doing my liquid eyeliner under my eyelids. So from where I left off, I add my liquid eyeliner. Under my eyelid, and then I get a little pencil brush, and then I spread it. So it gives you that kind of smoky look under your eye. I then get my large brush and I blend it a little bit more. And then when I've done that, I add my mascara. This is also a Catrice. When I use my mascara, I use side-to-side motions. So it fills the inside of my lid rather than my entire lid. And then I do the same with the bottom. I just dab them. So on my cheeks at the moment, I'm actually using an eyeshadow. It's called Coppering. It gives you the it's a really, really red, but it comes out as like a little pink. So I just add that to the little circle of my cheek. If you just smile lightly, it comes up. So it comes out a lot more pink than red. Then when I've done that, I really, really like the BOBBI Brown bronzer. It's amazing. I love it. Really, really nice. I use the same brush on my bronzing and my cheeks. So I lightly put that on because you don't want a massive line down your face. And I kind of look like a bit of a duck. My friends like me about it. So when I put my bronzer on, I go put all these weird faces. So you'll get used to that. So I do it just up my cheek and then also just here at the corner of my forehead. And then just down here a little bit on my neck. And then a little bit on my nose. That's my entire bronzing done. And then I go on to my lipstick, and my lipstick is Plink. I'm wearing Plink. MAC again, I know, MACaholic. So just add a little bit of Plink onto your lips. It gives you a little, it's not too pink, it's not too white. Sometimes Myth I think can be too like a foundation colour, so I really like Myth for like a day look. And then when I've done that, I'm finished. I would take down my hair, but it's not. Yeah, so hopefully I'll do a next video with how I do my hair for today. But yes, so this is my finished look. As you can see, there's not a large difference between my foundation and my neck. I haven't had to add on any extra bronzer or anything to my neck because my foundation is the exact same colour as my neck. And that's the end of that look. Hope you enjoy.